latest episode of Generation Hero, the epic superhero saga that takes you through the entirety of comic book history, one issue at a time. And we're going to party like it's my birthday because this issue is entitled Party Like It's 1999. It is the finale of our 1990s to the eXtreme arc and the end of the 90s. So, let's meet our heroes, the members of the Society of the Bizarre. They've changed, they've grown, and now they're going to take on their greatest threat yet. I'll do a quick recap, but first, let's start with Marvin. So tell me, quick reminder, who your hero is,
Socializing,
and what's going on with them as they enter the finale.
Right, so I'm Marvin, and I'm playing the Beacon, Mr. Mystical, who is a living ball of smoke in humanoid form. He has the powers of phasing through objects, and also he's the stealth expert of the team. He's a transfer over from Spider, and he's kind of grown into his own as a hero. He realizes what a hero should be, and he's trying to live in an example. That word got away from me for a moment. But as an example of what a hero should be to the rest of the community.
Very true. I can definitely see that, and we'll see how that plays out as this arc comes to a close. After that, we have Kat as Devotion.
Yes, I'm Devotion. I am one of the 7 Limitless. So for those of you that are playing along at home, yes, this is a tribute to the early Vertigo comic books, Sandman and Preacher, most specifically. The 7 Limitless are Delineation, who we have not met yet. Digestion, who was basically Fat Bastard.
Definitely met him.
Yeah. Demise, who's Demise. We met her too. Drowse, we just met in the last episode, and it ends up he's betrayed the rest of the Limitless, and my character's pretty pissed about it because she's been helping out AJ on his request, and now she realizes that the whole thing with Drowse and AJ is a thing. That's to bring back
We'll talk about that.
Yeah. Then she's got her twin brother Degradation, who's always wearing a gimp suit, and then there's Desmond, the god of drudgery. So so that's her life. She talks like this. I'm not talking like that yet, except I just did it now. I repeat.
It keeps happening. Next up, we have Dallas. Dallas as Flux.
Hey, I'm playing Flux as an outsider from a planet named Spostamark. And in our most previous episode, I got a call from home. My mom came and visited, and she was as radiant as ever, and she brought her wonderful suitor with her.
Akalindu
We hit it off totally right.
Not my dad.
Not my dad. But I think we're gonna learn to get along. There was a possible great war about to happen. There was amazing dragons that flew into it, but I'll let that go for another person. I was in awe of it. I think everyone else was because we were up in space, and it was a good old time. So looking forward to see how this wraps up.
Yeah, dragons can breathe in space.
I played chess.
Yes, yes, that's true.
Yep, chess. Some
That was a great game.
Devotion versus Devotion. After that, we have Nick.
Yep, I'm Nick, and I am playing the Emerald Drake, who just found out that because of his transformation and his torque, he is now the King of Dragons, with the ability to control said dragons, and so he used that to bring 50 or so dragons up into space.
Oh yeah.
And sort of have a fun time.
Plethora, would you say?
Yeah. Oh yeah, a plethora of dragons.
You know what a plethora
Who can
is.
breathe in space.
A panoply.
For a small time.
It worked out.
Yeah.
However, it didn't work out for everybody on Earth because some bad stuff happened. Extinction, the gritty, dark anti-hero and murderer of Mr. Star, aka Cygnus, was found not guilty. And because of this, the entire Sentinel City is overcome by rioting as everyone kind of rebels against this obvious miscarriage of justice. But that's not even the worst of it, because in the chaos that is caused, the psychic unrest stretches borders between worlds pretty thin and lets Paragon, the Arbiter, this inhuman, fathomless, eternal, demonic, ultra-evil force, entry into our world. Also adding to the chaos, and the whole instigator of all this is AJ McCall, trying to boost ratings for Real Heroes, but as Kat mentioned, he was being manipulated by Drowse, now calling himself Nightmare, who was the go-between. Yep, he's Nightmare now.
So edgy and cool.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, he's got so many more pouches and no feet.
Yep. Well, he was the go-between between Paragon and AJ. Another thing that was instrumental in causing all this chaos and fear that's letting Paragon come through is that AJ took a whole bunch of fungus from the Golden Valley, fungus that has the essence of Nazis in them. And thanks to that, a Nazi mushroom army has been brewed up, led by Air Cyclops himself. Now he's like all mushroom.
You just can't kill this guy.
Well, it's not him. It's like a, Swamp Thing style mushroom in the shape of him. But
Is he technically a zombie now?
oh yeah, these are Nazi zombies.
Not evil Nazi zombie mushroom man.
Absolutely. And this
There are bad people on both sides.
oh wow. we what do you say, like we criticize we condemn the violence. There's fine people and fine mushroom people on both sides, or on many sides. Ugh. Don't remind me. Anyway, that's where we're gonna start in Hitchville, that kind of outside town where just a few short days ago you helped defend the goth club Velvet Midnight from vampires. Now that neighborhood is under attack by this evil Nazi fungus army. So we're just gonna get right into it. You guys have arrived. You're heading down. You're kind of going to the long, sort of main street where Velvet Midnight was on the side there, and you can see coming down the other end of the street, goose stepping down, all mushroomed up, is this nasty mushroom army.
Try saying that 5 times.
I know. They definitely look undead, skeletal, zombie figures, but lots of fungal blooms all over them. They even got a few Panzer tanks that are like just entirely mushroom, rolling along into battle. Holding them off, but not really succeeding, is Pigeon Prince and his newly found son, the Magpie King. They're sending birds to attack and peck these mushrooms, but it's a losing battle. So what are you guys going to do?
Freaking mushrooms.
I go back to my secret lair.
Oh, just leave? All right.
I've got a plan.
Ooh, okay. So,
I mean, do you say that, or do you
No, I
just
just disappear. You know how she is.
all right. So you guys are all marching out
She
together,
said first, it might be a little weird.
and then Devotion just is like, whoosh, and vanishes. What are the
She's
rest of you
gone
guys
again.
Yeah. All right. I guess we'll stall. All right. I think I'm going
She'll want
to
something.
fly up.
I didn't get back to my
little
secret
bit.
lair. I totally failed on that.
Then she
Oh,
she
wow.
pops back up. Oh, you didn't leave.
I don't know if I didn't leave or if I ended up somewhere weird,
Okay.
do? Ooh, okay.
but I failed. That's how we work exponential.
All right. We'll get to you in a second. Let's
Yeah.
have Emerald Drake. What are you
Yeah.
doing?
So I'm gonna fly up a little ways, and then I'm going to see if these mushrooms burn.
All right. Let's do a directly engage. Set those mushrooms on fire.
That's an 8.
All right. Pretty solid. So pick one from that top list.
All right.
Air Cyclops is with him too. He's like leading them into battle. So
All right.
could go after him or the underlings or the tanks.
I'm gonna go straight for Air Cyclops. Try and
alright.
burn him, and in doing so, I'm going to impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
All right, so you set Air Cyclops on fire, cook some mushrooms, and because of that, the other mushroom stormtroopers are given pause. So meanwhile, Kat,
Yes.
you disappear but you don't actually go into your lair. Instead, you pop up in an alley kind of to the side. And there you see a familiar figure. It is Cygnus, or Mr. Star, who is looking remarkably alive for someone you just saw shot to death a few days ago.
Well, you certainly look less dead than last time I saw you.
He's like, yeah, I died, but I came back.
Your family is tricky that way, aren't they?
It certainly is. And, well, I guess I'm just a lucky guy. However, the whole world seems to be running out of luck. I've got a plan, though.
Okay.
Remember I told you about the entity that controls everything? Ultimate power?
Yes.
I've taken to calling him the Game Master.
Okay. Sure, why not?
I'm gonna try and contact him and see if I can get him to help. It might be tricky, so I want you to go buy some time. Save as many as you can. Take out these fungus fascists.
Yes, I was going to try to go back to my lair and try to get something that would make them recognize me as a symbol of authority.
That could be a good idea.
Yes, I know, instead I ended in this alley. By the way, if your father is free and your sister was divided in order to be keeping an eye over him, does that mean there are two versions of your sister running around? And if so, is one of them now evil?
It's a fair question.
Thank you.
I would say one of the things Paragon might be trying to do is combine the two forms of his my sister.
That makes sense, is that she's supposed to be his harbinger, yes?
Yeah, so if he can like reforge Star, use that as the way through.
You understand the Limitless are incredibly concerned about this, except for my brother, who has to be replaced now. Have you ever considered becoming the Lord of Dreams?
Cygnus thinks about it, and he's like, I can't really imagine that.
No,
Just appearing in people's heads when they sleep, counting sheep? I don't think so. It's not me.
I don't know. I just thought maybe with your whole meta thing, it might, whatever. I'm going to try to go back home again.
Alright. I'll see you later.
Hey, sheep does.
Okay.
Hey.
You pop back home. So, meanwhile, up front, one of these Panzer tanks spins over and fires a nasty spore shell right in to the Magpie Monarch, knocking him down and covering him in these painful, terrible spores.
Could I defend him?
Yes, let's have you roll.
Alright. 3, 6, 7,
What'd you do there?
9.
9, okay.
9.
9, no spoilers.
Alright, I'm gonna say this. You were able to redirect the cannon.
Alright.
So he's okay. However, hits his father. Pigeon Prince falls down. Now he is the spores in him.
Sorry, kid.
Yeah, he's like, Dad, no! I just met you again. Pigeon Prince collapses. And he's like, I can feel the evil within me coursing through my veins. Maybe the pigeons can help. Meanwhile, the rest of these fungal fascists, which I wish I came up with earlier, that rolls off the tongue real easy, are still marching in. Mr. Mystical, what are you thinking?
Alright. I know this looks bad, but I brought in a secret weapon. What did we carry the battle pets in?
Oh, I really didn't make like a special orb or sphere shaped battle pet device because I didn't want to be biting Nintendo as hard as we ended up doing. I just imagine they just kind of follow you around like cool pets. But if you think like you have a way that contains them, like it could be like
That, or I can just have it warp in from Spider.
we'll call them battle beast boxes.
Alright.
Battle
Secret
box.
weapon.
Yeah.
Come out, Abby. And my little avocado monster comes out. It's gonna help me assess the situation. Gonna use Come On Lucky. Or Come
Oh,
On Abby.
nice.
Nice.
That's one of those cool beacon moves that you get a special pet,
Yeah,
right?
so you have a pet of some kind, a smaller companion that helps you out. Detail it. Choose 3 basic moves and tell the GM how it helps you use those moves. So, Abby's gonna help me assess the situation, seeing as I don't really have physical eyes. It does.
Whoa, pretty decent roll.
So that's an 8 plus 1, and I don't have superior, so that's a 9?
All right,
No, 8.
Okay, and this versus that situation?
Yep.
Alright, so you get to ask one question from that list there.
Alright. How could we best end this quickly?
Alright, I'm gonna say if you can hold them off, stop them from spreading and spreading their spores, as well as letting Cat's plan work. Because they're still deep in the very back of their nasty mushroom brain. They still have that Nazi subservience to authority.
Oh boy.
So if she can pull that off, she'll be able to stop them in their tracks.
So
Right,
we just gotta
she didn't
keep.
share any of that with you.
So we don't know.
Yeah,
But
you're
we
not
know
sure,
how
but
you
you
work.
Yeah, you do know that like right now it's like these guys are in like a plague, so containing them is important. Okay,
Alright.
Flux.
Contain
You-
the spores.
As you say that, Flux, Air Cyclops on fire is gonna raise one of his gross, malformed mushroom hands holding a mushroom machine gun and shoot a bunch of spore bullets at you, so you can take a powerful blow.
Ooh, alright.
I mean, I can.
Can I help him out?
Yeah.
One of you can defend.
I probably have better savior.
Cat is not there, so it can't be her.
Do you have +3? +3.
That's true, because I do have a rad savior.
I only got +2.
Well, still 7.
Okay. Emerald Drake, I'm afraid you're taking that powerful blow instead. Alright, so let's have you roll, take it.
7.
Okay. Which one are you gonna pick from the bottom list there?
Um.
Flux is all good though.
Thank you.
We'll struggle past it.
Okay, taking 2 conditions as you managed to handle the spores. Alright. Flux, what are you doing?
So I'm gonna try to distract them.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my Kirby craft if I can.
Oh sure. Remind me, what kind of cool spaceship are you bringing down?
So
with you?
my craft is the strengths of it are dimension shifting and telepathic, so I can control it from a distance. However, it's easily detectable and unarmed. This thing, like when you see it, you see it shift phases. You know what I mean? Like it's very obvious. I can control, like I said, control it from a distance. So what I'm trying to do is use the easily detectable things that it has,
Right. How to
and
take the
put that in
fire.
a distance and sort of make them think that there's more people out there on both sides. So they think they just basically distract them. So they think they're getting assaulted from 2 fronts, where we're coming from and somewhere else.
Okay.
If I can do that.
Alright, why don't you roll...
Is that like provoking, or is that like
Yeah, let's make this a
assessing, or
let's make this a provoke, because you're kind of trying to manipulate them.
all right? Yeah, because I'm not like engaging directly. right?
Yes.
All right.
That makes sense.
6. So. Shit.
Alright, mark potential. So it's not quite working. Because of that, another shot from one of those tanks fires. It is going to
I'll
hit
level it up.
the Magpie Monarch. Unless one of you guys can do something.
him again.
Yeah, or I mean, he's cradling his father. It's going to hit both of them.
Alright.
I would like to do that, sacrificing myself
Holy crap.
to absolve my guilt that I just got.
Alright, let's have you roll, take the powerful blow.
Okay,
I
yeah.
You've
know.
already taken too much shrooms.
He's like dodging
What
in front of
happened
like
there?
every shot.
Plus my conditions.
Yeah.
Well,
Get
if I
to- get
just,
to-
if I
get
just
to
cleared
remove
it,
Yeah, remove one
Okay.
condition.
so that's good because that brings it down to a 6.
Whoa, cool. Alright, so how do you avoid all these tank mushroom shell spores coming towards you
So
after this cat reappears?
Nice dodge.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, I forgot that I needed to mark a condition because I got an 8
Oh, okay.
on the user power, so I marked guilty.
Alright, that makes sense. Alright, so Cat has returned from her sanctum. What do you have now? What did you do?
Okay, so what you see, what she did is she went to the sanctum and combined all of her things between her tomes, her computer, and her power enhancer. And what appears now in front of you guys is Hitler, but with like a mushroom cap instead of his usual stupid comb over.
Oh man, the fungus
The
Führer.
fungus Führer is here, and the fungus Führer goes, "Was ist der Scheiße? I did not give orders for this. Stand down immediately.
Alright, why don't you
Who
roll
has betrayed der fungus Führer?"
Fungus Führer, sensational new character 5. Cat, why don't you roll
I'm trying to
symbol
do
of
my
authority.
symbol of
Yeah,
authority,
that's what I was thinking provoke, but like, no, you have a whole move for that. You don't need to be provoked. Symbol of authority.
I am rolling hot garbage today.
Oh no!
But that is still a failure, actually.
Oh, mark potential.
Yeah, wow.
All right.
It is almost impossible for me to fail that roll, and I managed to do so.
Ooh, well, those are snake eyes. It happens. All right, so whatever this fungal furor is not distracting them.
Yeah, maybe I can't be hurt over the
Air
tanks.
Cyclops still on fire. He's moving back, heading towards one of those panzers for cover. As the rest of us guys are heading around from a firing line to open fire on you all. What are you doing?
I'm gonna jump in front and try to do my blind move again since the distraction didn't work.
Okay.
I'm just.
I don't think they could hear me.
Why don't you roll
Use one of those megaphones.
for the distraction? Why don't you roll Unleash Your Powers for that one?
Okay. This time I'm just trying to straight up blind. Oh, come on. Sweet. That's 9.
Nice.
Cool. All right. Would you like it to be temporary, like they're going to be unblinded pretty soon, or like a marked condition to make them blinded for a very long time indeed?
I guess I'll mark the condition so they're blinded so that your move can still happen. Right? Because that's our goal.
All right.
Which move?
You're still trying to get
The
your...
fungus fiora.
Well,
I mean-
the fungus fear didn't quite work out.
Yeah, I
There's,
feel like
someone
they
has
don't-
something else they could do, I think.
I don't feel like they believed in the fungus furor.
I know. He just, I mean, maybe when Hitler's magnetic powers of public speaking just go away when he has a big mushroom cap on his
Yeah.
head.
Alright, I'll still take the condition so that we have a longer time to do something.
All right.
Blind the
So
hell
I'm
out.
blinded.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just pull the mask off Scooby-Doo style and toss it, because you can only stand being Hitler for so long.
Cool. All right. So who's going up next? Their firing line is kind of messed up because of the blinding, but
Are they still firing?
they're sort of like, you know, waving their guns around.
That's good enough. Suck at the mission. I'm going straight for the Cyclops fungus Nazi man.
Ooh. All right. Go for it.
See, that's not gonna be enough. 5.
All right, man. Nobody's doing that great.
Yeah, we're doing terrible against the fungus Nazis.
All right. Well,
just standing there. staring
because
at
of
the fungus
this-
fiora.
a bad thing is going on with Pigeon Prince
No.
and the Magpie Monarch. Yeah. The son is holding the father in this kind of pigeon pieta. And the fungus is like going on to him too. And they are both being corrupted. And you could see, I mean, poor Eric, he's already dead, so the fungus grows even worse. Pigeon Prince like kind of raises his eyes skyward, and he's like, the pigeons will deliver us. All these pigeons and magpies sweep down, absorb them, and then fly away, and only a few ragged remains of their clothes are left. And they are both gone.
Damn it!
Yeah, Pigeon Prince and the Magpie King are gone.
Okay.
The freaking dice failed me.
So, with that, I'm going to go for the Panzer and just basically what I'm doing is I'm going to lift it up off of the ground, fly up, and then just drop it on its head.
Whoa, are you like aiming for Air Cyclops or just like?
Sure.
All right, I mean dropping a tank on him is a good way to get rid of him.
Would you say that's foolhardy?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
All right.
All right, so let's roll directly engage for this because you're like taking the tank and then I guess giving the tank.
6, 7, 9.
All right, which one are you picking there?
Well, I guess it would be taking the usefulness of the tank.
Okay, I'll say like you get the tank into the air, but you're not quite able to hurl it down. Maybe someone else will have to complete it for you.
Okay.
Flux.
I can fly.
Ooh, all right. So maybe you help and you guide the tank down, and you.
So yeah, what you do the alley-oop, I'll do the slam.
All right.
Yeah.
There we
All right.
go.
Let's have you roll directly engage.
Ooh, let's see how this works. That's a 6. Because that's
Right.
minus one of my danger, unless
Ooh.
And we do not have team points.
we don't. Crap.
Not quite yet. I'll let you know
I
if you
tried,
want.
man. I flew up there, and
All right.
I don't play.
So what do you think happens as you were trying to guide this tank down?
I slip gripping on the treads. They snap.
Ooh.
And then it
All right, I'm gonna
flies
say
in the
it
wrong
like
direction.
it crashed into the ground. It's still like so it smashes some of the minor mushroom stormtroopers, shiitake stormtroopers. I don't know. I'm trying to think of cool mushroom types. However, Air Cyclops is still there, and you fall next to it. However, the tank is full of explosives, shells. Could be a good target. Air Cyclops is now looming over you. Still cooking. Smells great, by the way. Some nice roast mushroom aiming down the fire.
So with that, so are the munitions like? Can I see them and therefore be able to set them on fire?
I would say so.
Okay, let's try that.
All right, I'll make this unleash your powers.
7.
Okay, you can mark condition, and it will take out most of them and severely wound Air Cyclops. Or you could not, and it will take out a bunch and hurt Air Cyclops, but you'll still be standing after this.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna mark angry because this shit is not working out.
All right, but because of that, you put enough angry fire into the ammo, it cooks off and explodes. Like the turret of the tank just like rips free, impales Air Cyclops,
Nice.
and he is just like cut in half almost and ran to the ground. And the other mushroom Nazis set on fire, coming apart and collapsing.
And the room smells nice.
Yes, their fungal Third Reich is at an end. However, Pigeon Prince, Magpie Monarch are both gone. You can see the birds flying away.
Ah, crap. Well, we beat the bad guy, but we lost 2 people in the process.
Yep.
Crap. And apparently we brought Hitler back as the Mushroom Man.
It was a disguise. I was trying to... Look, the devotion that was responsible for the Nazis, I assure you, is suffering in a very bad way right now.
Plus, they're also cooking.
At any rate.
Well, before you can celebrate your victory, Emerald Drake, your Sentinel's communicator is buzzing, going off. Maybe they have like pagers. I don't know. No, I'm sure they have high tech like wrist communicators.
Well, it's the 90s. There's probably a computer.
Well, look, it's like comic book technology too, though.
No,
so
that's true.
I'm okay. I don't want someone hold on. The Saudi of Sentinels is paging me.
Yeah. I have like some sort of earpiece or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And it is Empyrean Prime, who says, Drake, we got another problem. Me and the other heroes, we're trying to go around town, stop the worst of the rioting, maybe even find extinction and try and put a stop to this for good.
Mm-hmm.
But while we were doing that, one of your teammates, her brother, I think he was originally called Drowse, now he's called Nightmare. He launched attack on Banana Town, where the gorilla residents are.
Oh boy.
We got to protect those gorillas. Katie Kong herself and her grandson apparently are in there.
Oh boy.
They were just hiding out, and she called in Spider to help her. So we got a bunch of Spider agents are there, battling it out with Nightmare.
Alrighty.
Unfortunately, one of these Spider agents, some kind of mad artist, he tried to use his paintings to stop, but Nightmare corrupted them, or maybe it's Paragon. I don't know. All this crazy magic stuff. Look, it may seem heavy metal and cool, and I like that part of it, but it's definitely not cool what's going on right now. You'll see when you get there. But head over there, protect the gorillas, protect Katie Kong, and do what you can to help those Spider agents.
Alrighty. Let's do this.
Mr. Prime said the riots are still going on, right?
Yeah, you can see there's cars burning and.
Yep.
I got an idea. Why not have everyone come down here and engage in a little mushroom boil? Huh?
Ooh. All
And then
right.
we have all these cooking mushrooms here.
Give.
Don't the mushrooms infect people with Nazism?
Well, I hope they are cooked out of it. At least by now.
I wouldn't risk it.
Yeah, I don't know if that's how it works. Let's just get rid of the mushrooms. I'm gonna do a shadow portal to get rid of them.
Alright, you just pop them back into your domain.
Not to my domain, but somewhere.
Alright,
Just like deep space or something. I don't know. Let's see how I do.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know where they ended up.
They end up in your domain.
Oh, darn it.
You got a bunch
You
of
know,
nasty
like the
mushrooms
idea.
growing there. I'll see what happens. Maybe you can make something cool with them later.
Yeah.
You never know.
Alright.
One more and I get to...
To level up. Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
That's
also
nice.
looking
I
as
don't
well.
usually fail this much, so...
Yeah, well, you know, just in time for the finale.
Right?
Alright, you guys want to say anything to each other before you dash over to Banana Town?
I don't think that taking on Nightmare with just this group is advisable.
Yeah, Nightmare is definitely there for sure.
Should
So
we send in my
I can always
stepdad
call for assistance.
to the front
I
lines?
think that what he's doing breaks Limitless protocol, and I think that this would be a good time to involve my siblings.
Oh,
Calling all
that
of
could
them?
work too.
Drowse is incredibly powerful. Imagine it this way. Most of us just have our powers when things are awake. When things are asleep, that's just him.
Oh. So if he puts all of us asleep, he wins.
It's not only that, he can pull out whatever horrible things that anybody's ever dreamt of.
Nah, crud.
So,
So, Draconic Alley is probably a bad idea.
So how do we beat somebody like that?
well, I need to talk to Delineation about that, who is... I don't know where they are.
Alright, so you're going to try and call on the other Limitless?
I am going to try to call on the other Limitless.
Okay, I
yes.
think there's a roll for. Is there a special move you're using? Or
I don't think I have it. That's sort of the problem.
well.
Yeah,
Wait until
because
you
there's
level up.
words of the past where you seek the guidance of one of your elders or a member of your legacy.
Right.
Yeah,
But you don't have that one yet.
nope.
Is there a way we can help?
But I could go back to my sanctum and see if I can contact them from there.
Alright, why don't you do the Sanctum and we'll see. Maybe you'll get. Maybe not the ones you want, but
Right.
you could get some help. We'll see how you do. How'd that roll go?
That is an 8. So
Alright,
I
with
need to
that-
mark another condition, I guess.
Because you didn't fail though, or are you marking it to make it permanent?
Well, it's... Oh, yeah, I guess it's... Oh, okay, so if I just want it to be a temporary teleport, then I don't need to mark a condition. Oh, well then I shouldn't have marked a condition earlier.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know if the teleporting is. Okay, I will say this: if you mark the condition, you will get 3 of your brethren of the Limitless to show up and help, and there'll be some cool ones. If you don't mark condition, you're going to get 2, and it's going to be Devour and Degradation.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and mark Hopeless.
Okay. Because of that, Delineation is the one who shows up, along with Degradation and Devour.
Okay.
They're all there.
I didn't expect Demise to show up. She's always busy. And Desmond is kind of sick of us.
Yeah, and he's probably too busy, rearranging his files or something important like that. Alphabetizing his CD collection.
Yeah.
Alright, so you all show up and in Banana Town. It's a pretty... I mean, it's kind of gentrifying at this point. Or at least just beginning to. But there's lots of, banana trees, kind of tropical rainforest stuff set around these skyscrapers, old tenement houses and apartment buildings, and wide avenues. Right now, the place is a bit of a battle zone. You can see one of the apartment buildings has been turned into a refuge for the gorilla and other animal citizens, and Spider has set up a perimeter around it and is defending them. You see a few Spider agents, other heroes, including a cannon-armed soldier, Cannon, Moss, a living tree woman, and then Old Blend, a camouflaging expert, are helping the Spider agents and Katie Kong battle. And what they are fighting, as well as Nightmare. What do we think Nightmare looks like at this point? Or Drowse, I guess.
Well, I mean, he's calling himself Nightmare. He might as well be.
Yeah.
I think because he's chosen the name Nightmare, he's
Mm-hmm.
actually like made himself look like a sort of like a goth centaur.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, like with the big like hooves and a
Yeah,
nasty horse body under his.
yeah,
He's still wearing like that sleeping like tassel cap.
yeah. But now it's like black and evil.
Oh yeah.
With spikes.
He's radiating with dark energy. And
Like instead of like suns and moons on it, it's all like
skulls.
Yeah.
Yep. And charging out to fight with him are these spindly, kind of Slender Man looking, shifting creatures that look like they're 2D. And they seem like they've crawled out of a painting, which you can kind of see plastered in a horrible mural further back. And these are just kind of some of Paragon's creatures that Dr. Artifacts uses, that came through Dr. Artifacts' horrible art and are now attacking Banana Town. So you show up, and who meets you there is Delineation, Devour, big fat bastard type, Degradation, who we already know and love, our Gimp friend. But what does Delineation look like?
Delineation actually is a cloaked figure with no face,
Okay.
and you can't tell the gender of them.
Interesting. I'll try
It's
and not
like
misgender
sort
them.
of like the cloak is pulled over so much that it's obscuring all features, but even if you look at it, it's just hard to focus on. It's very similar to Paragon in a way.
Interesting. All right. So they are all there. Devour says, "What's the plan? And it better involve eating, because I'm hungry."
Well, I originally named him Digestion, but
Oh, right.
Devour's
Digestion's good,
kind of
too.
better.
Yeah, I'm sponsored by those Devour, like, grilled cheese sandwiches.
Yeah, let's change his name to Devour.
Okay. That's my
Retcon.
mistake, too, but I like Devour. And maybe we can get a sponsor that Devour, worked for Deadpool, I think, so come on.
Yep.
Okay, so let's see, how many of us are there? There were 4 of us. Okay, that's enough. Siblings, we need to.
So Degradation.
Yes, thank you, Degradation. You always contribute so much.
So then,
I believe that we form a majority of the council now, and we need to strip Drowse of his powers immediately.
Delineation says, interesting. Give me a moment.
This
Perhaps, yeah, explain yourself.
This clearly violates what we are charged with doing, and if my predecessor could have been removed from their office for putting the idea of fascism into people's heads, certainly unleashing an apocalypse upon the human number one, he shouldn't even be in the realm of the waking. We can all agree on that. So that's simply a violation of his powers right there. Number 2, he's using it to attack mortals, which once again violates the beliefs of the limitless. We are supposed to be benevolent forces that guide humanity, not evil forces that destroy humanity. Also, he has decided to unleash Paragon, which directly violates one of our very first rules of Limitless. Now, I know that I'm only a recent incarnation of devotion, and therefore maybe I don't have the greatest voice of authority within our organization, but I do believe that I have a voice of authority within our organization, and I say that the only way to end this right now is to strip him of his powers and put in a new Drowse. I understand this might result in a night of sleepless nights for people, but I'm willing to take that risk versus the whole world being destroyed.
All right, Kat, why don't you roll Provoke on Delineation?
Can I do my symbol of authority on this one?
I think so, yeah. Devour and Degradation are totally at this. Let's see if Delineation likes it too.
nights, sleepless nights.
Let's see.
Yeah, does Mr. Mystical sleep?
So that is 9.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with do what they say. I don't get a +1 for with them, but
Right, okay.
or with them.
Alright,
I don't have
so you can
a
see
gender.
delineation, like you've definitely hit a nerve. She's like kind of nodding her head. However, some bad things are going on in front of you guys. These horrible, spindly art forms have managed to go through the barrier of fire and are attacking. I'm going to say Moss and Cannon are being attacked by these guys, and they're like using their weird, long, creepy, oversized cartoon fingers to like slice them and slash them apart. So what are you guys doing?
By the way, I'm gonna say that Devotion cannot take part in this because what she's doing right now is making that argument with the council.
Yeah, this is kind of like while that's going on.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So would this be a point of saving them, or?
Yeah, you can roll
See. Yeah.
Alright.
roll defend. Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Whoa. All right. So with that, you jump in, and you were able. How do you save these two?
Alright.
Moss and Cannon.
I would say, since they're sort of paint, I guess.
Yeah, these are like living paint creatures.
All right. I think
When
I
paint
can.
goes wrong.
Yeah. I think paint melts at some point.
Mhm.
So
Cool. Yep. So just set them
Yeah.
on fire.
yeah,
Tempera
basically,
paint.
like right as they're about to hit those two, just a gout of fire just hits them, and they just out.
Whoa. Nice. All right. Yeah. They just disintegrate into nothing.
Nice.
However, so Blend is like, he kind of rushes over to help his friend. And he's like, "This reminds me of the story of the bushes.
No.
Sort of like how." Oh! And then he stops because one of these got behind him, and it's driven the claw through his chest.
Crap.
Yeah, pulls it out. See these like weird shapes. They can just go like shadows, go across the ground. And a bunch of them managed to get through the barrier that way and are now heading into the apartment building to attack the innocent apes within. Blend collapses. Moss is like trying to heal him, but it's too late. Blend is bleeding out and is dying.
Dying,
Yeah.
but not dead.
Oh, uh-huh.
So, are all of them there the new recruits, the spider?
Yeah, and a few other spider heroes you might know.
Okay, so I know this is weird, but I'm kind of the senior officer here.
Cannon's like, really? You can I see some credentials?
Huh? Yeah, just call the boss. I'll tell you.
We're in the middle of a battle right now. I
And
don't
I
have
know.
time to page the boss.
But
Oh, wait,
you're doing
Cannon.
great.
You're part of Spider? I thought you were trying to go.
I still recognize. I mean, yeah, I was trying to sort of leave that, but I still recognize ranks and hierarchy.
Well, that's very true.
Exactly. And you guys are doing good. What I need you to do right now, focus on getting Blend stable. One of you hold off the creatures. Just corral them into one area. You're doing good. Just keep calm and stick to the plan. So I'm trying to support them.
Ooh, okay.
So 13.
Whoa. All right. So what's the result for that?
So comfort and support. I'm doing this on like not player characters, so I don't know
Yeah.
how it would work. But I was trying to go for like marking potential on them,
Oh, okay.
and then
I'm gonna
add-
say you can actually clear condition if you need to.
I don't. But on a 10 plus, I can also add a team point to the.
Yes. You guys have 3 team points at the moment.
Nice.
All right.
All right.
Let's go, people. Come on.
All right. So
As
Yeah,
as
they
his-
hear you. They're
as
listening
his
to you.
superior, just go with it.
Cannon's like, all right, well, I'll follow your command there. And however, so they're trying their best to hold off these art forms, but a bunch of them have crept inside. You hear gorilla howling from within, and you can see like in kind of the lobby area. Katie Kong is trying to hold them off. Colin and some of the other gorillas are further up. Colin's trying to like keep them up there, keep them safe. But Katie is being overwhelmed and being hacked up by these creatures. Also, Nightmare is like charging to support them, to charge in as well. So, Flux, I'm gonna say you're closest. What do you do?
To Katie.
Yeah, in the lobby.
All right, I'm gonna jump in and try to do, I guess, defend by I see what happened to Blend, right?
Yeah.
That went through him. So I'm going to change the density of myself so that hopefully I'm not pierceable.
Okay.
Sort of impenetrable. And then I'm going to try to defend Katie by knocking the crap out of them with my... I'm pretty tough and I can fly in, so try to do that, so try to help her knock them away.
All right, let's roll. Roll defend.
Take it. That's 11.
Nice.
Nice. All right. Yeah. So you charge in. How do you get these art creatures away from Katie?
Wait a minute. Can I fly in? Can I alter the density of them so they're grabbable and I can actually harm them? And smack
Oh
them
yeah,
into each
that's
other?
a cool idea. Sure.
All right, so I make them so they're actually solid enough and not so shadowy anymore. And I beat the living pulp out of them. If they're
All
even
right.
alive.
Yeah, you were just smashing them. Paint's going everywhere. It's like a Jackson Pollock all around. Okay, so devotion. Delineation has agreed to it, and she's just like, bring Drowse here,
Okay.
or Nightmare as he's calling himself.
All right.
So Nightmare, in his new Nightmare form, is galloping towards the lobby to attack.
All right.
I'm gonna say, actually, Moss is the one who rushes over, tries to stop, and she goes under his hooves and is being smashed apart. The bark going everywhere.
All right. With that, I would like to hurt him severely. So I'm just going to fly as fast as I can towards him and just try and deck him and try and get him closer to the other three.
Yeah, to the limitless. All right, give me a directly engage.
And that is hurting someone, so that's also clearing my angry. So, 4, 5. That's an 8. Okay.
All right, which one will you pick?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I mean, you could take Moss away from him. She's kind of under his hooves right now.
Yeah.
But what are you going for here?
I'm going to create an opportunity for her.
Okay.
So
So I'm gonna say Moss is pretty severely messed up, but you definitely are distracting Nightmare. Delineation, what do you do? I mean, not delineation, devotion. Delineation's
okay.
like right behind you.
Yeah. Brother, come here.
Well, I go by Nightmare right now. Can you call me that, like Nightmare?
Nightmare,
Yeah.
come
Oh.
here.
He kind of trots over.
Mom, that was easy.
Well, look, you got the big delineation with you.
For your crimes against humanity
Uh-huh.
and for violating our station,
Well, look,
you are hereby stripped of your powers.
wait, but
On the authority of the council.
no. So delineation, she's like her mouth within this faceless void kind of opens up and just inhales all of Nightmare. So for the limitless or Nightmare / Drowse, for the limitless, does that like reveal the human after they're left?
Yeah, that would reveal the human underneath.
All right. So who was Drowse / Nightmare once
was-
the limitless part from him stripped away?
You know what? I'm gonna say it was Steve Jobs.
What?
Yeah, this is during the years that he wasn't part of Apple.
Yeah, he just went off, became Drowse, turned to Nightmare.
Yeah.
All the sleepless nights of working on things.
I know. He just collapses there.
Yep.
And he's like,
I don't know why I chose Steve Jobs.
yeah, no, it makes sense to me.
perfect.
Apple's in a sleep mode, I'm sure. So maybe he was inspired. He's like, look, I just want some inspiration for new products I'm working on.
Did you get new inspiration?
Yeah, what about this? Computer, but it's in your hand, it's a phone, it's together, it's everything.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It'll be so cool. You can have games on it, applications you can turn on and off.
I've already got separate board games and a computer.
They'll all be together, all in one. I'm gonna wear a turtleneck and announce it.
Is he still your brother?
No.
Can we punch him?
Yes.
No,
Okay,
no,
let's
wait. Ooh, I'm gonna cure cancer with juice cleanses. Oh, sorry, didn't speak ill of the dead, but That's a really weird part of Steve Jobs nobody talks about. Yeah, he was like, I'm gonna beat this cancer with juice. Like what? I don't know. Man is a genius, I guess, regardless of that. Anyway, Steve Jobs is just decked out by Mr. Mystical's misty fist.
Sorry. I don't know if we'll even apologize.
Yeah,
until
sorry,
this
Apple.
is-
We appreciate and love your wonderful
He'll
products.
still go to invent something.
Yeah, he'll still make the iPhone.
Oh no, I mean this is exactly when Apple started coming back to the forefront.
Yeah. He'll still come back with some cool stuff. But right now he is just collapsed at your feet. And so the weird art creatures are starting to fade away. Dr. Artifacts, he kind of crawls out of an alley. He's been sliced up and is looking near the end as well.
Jeez.
And he's like, I just wanted to paint some happy little creations. But Paragon, he got through. And he collapses. And along with him, Blend and Moss, 3 heroes, have met their ends.
I thought I told them to stay polite. Stop dying, you idiots!
You were, I mean, Blend, like, he was impaled. Like, there was no healing him. And poor Moss went under the hooves of Nightmare. After being trampled by Limitless, there's not much a human can do to live.
Yeah, which reminds me, I turn to Demise and say, thank you for backing our decision. Because, I mean, she'd be there with all the...
Oh, yeah. She's like, okay, real fast, overworked, everywhere. Oh, by the way, this was all a distraction. Paragon's, like, at the Sentinel HQ right now.
Great!
Not surprising.
Yeah. And your piece is just, like, beeping crazily.
I'm going to attempt to teleport. Keep in mind, I feel guilty right now, so I'm at a negative... Oh, wait, no, sorry. I'm feeling hopeless right now, so I'm at a negative 2.
Okay. Are you taking them with you, or are you just going, just you?
Let's see. I actually managed to succeed, so...
Nice.
Can you
That's a
teleport
7.
and take, like, the team with you?
I mean, I just can do shadow portal, so I can do a shadow portal that's big enough for everybody.
Sure. All right. So everybody pops in, and you all appear outside Sentinel Hall, and it is definitely a war zone. Something bad is going on inside. There's a few heroes who are, including like Imperium Prime, maybe some of the other more higher up heroes, are in a street battle with Extinction. He's right there. Yeah, he's on the stairs. I guess they were trying to bring him back, take him in, but he is there with his humongous, oversized gun and all of his pouches, his feet covered up by explosions and smoke, so you can't quite see him. But behind him, you could definitely see this green, horrible glow as something's going on inside.
Oh boy.
So Extinction is fighting against the good guys.
Yeah, he's just kind of holding out.
That's what it is.
Yep.
I am so sick of this guy.
He is so annoying.
Imperium Prime is like, we gotta get in there. Paragon's in there, and Seraph, or Strangel, I guess to use her real name, she was coming out of the staff to try and fight him, but I don't know. I think that might be what Paragon's planning. What do you guys think? We gotta take out Extinction and get in there.
Yep.
I would like to very much take out Extinction.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any weaponry around here that I can get my hands on?
Let's see. I'm gonna say, as you are, who do you have influence with actually, Flux?
Influence over Emerald Drink, and then influence
Any NPCs?
by devotion.
Yeah, I think.
She can influence me on it.
Okay, well actually, I'm gonna say in terms of weaponry, a familiar form appears kind of behind you. It is your new stepdad, Akalindu Prime. He's floating in. He's now wearing like a Hawaiian shirt over his weird withered alien skin.
So that's your thing.
Yeah, he floats in this big floating throne with like a bunch of his guards behind him, all toting various high-powered plasma laser weapons. And he's like, "Hello, son. Looks like you could use a little help."
Yeah, did you bring anything that goes boom with you?
But of course. So what kind of weapon do you think he would give to you that would go boom?
Something hopefully that would catch the attention of
Extinction?
and also knock him on his ass or take his head off.
Sure. All right, it could be like a rocket launcher kind of thing. We could shoot some plasma rocket at him.
Cool. So I'd like to work on it to even make it even better if that's possible. So
Oh, yeah.
so it works exceptionally well.
All right, let's see alien tech.
Please. Yeah, that's a 13.
Nice. All right, so it's gonna work exactly as you want it to. So I'm not gonna make you roll, but you fire. What does it do to extinction?
Hits the pouch he least expected.
Oh no!
Sort of like, you know, like
His favorite pouch.
yeah, the one that's carrying like the nitroglycerin in it or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say it carried all like the lotion and he has to use for all the
Well,
rations.
that's
And he gets from like having a million belts on him
It
all
hits
the
that,
time.
distracts him. He pulls all his grenade pins by accident, trying to rub his lotion off, and then yeah.
Yeah, and just lots of
I like that
explosions rip through his body, and he like collapses on the stairs. So
It's like, wow.
I'm so glad that you did that because I nearly had to lose my temper and harm a mortal, which I'm not allowed to do, which is so incredibly stupid and it pisses me off all the time and I'm not supposed to be saying that aloud and now you have influence over me and I'm clearing a condition.
nice.
By all means,
Yep.
do the things you do best.
All right, so extinction is knocked down.
I've seen what you can do.
His
At least
big.
once.
That was better than my plan. My plan was just to grab him, fly him up, and then drop him from a high place.
That is kind of how you guys solve problems, Generation Hero. Way back in the beginning, I remember a certain
My stepdad's
Kestrel.
trying real hard
Yeah.
to be a part of my life, so I'm gonna we'll let that go down.
I
So
don't feel hopeless anymore, just guilty stuff.
Extinction's
You're-
machine gun like fell further back, and he's kind of crawling over to try and grab it again. So what do you guys do?
What is he doing?
I'm gonna grab the machine
His like machine gun like fell to the side. And he's like on his belly, like crawling towards it, trying to get it.
I would like to just. No, yeah, I'm gonna be kind of cruel about this. I'm just gonna step on his hand for a bit.
All right, I'm not gonna make you roll for that. Yeah, you just pin his hand. He's like, "Oh, stupid dragon! Oh, you heroes! You're just with your weird, colorful ways and wacky antics.
So
You guys don't know what the public really wants, which is cool violence and
in the middle of that,
cynicism."
yeah, in the middle of that speech, I'm actually going to summon like a medium-sized dragon, and just be like, "You haven't seen this before, but this is you're gonna like this." And so it just like is like hovering like right there.
What?
Yeah. I kind of can control dragons now, and with a snap of my finger, the dragon just eats him.
Whoa! Oh man, it just lunged down, snaps him up. Oh, and extinction is in the dragon's belly.
I guess that's why you're the team leader.
I mean,
Is he?
I don't know, seniority and everything. But technically you're older than all of us, so... Huh. I don't know how that
I mean,
works.
your legacy is, but I don't know if you are per se. No.
All right,
Semantics.
so you guys head into the lobby.
Yes.
I am
All right.
grabbing his gun, though.
Ooh, okay, you got that. You got it now, like a humongous, oversized.
The second time.
Oh yeah, you stole his gun earlier, and then he like did it explode or some kooky thing happened to it.
I'm gonna reach out with my shadow senses to try to figure out where Paragon is right now.
Okay.
Which I guess is what assess the situation.
Yeah, I'll say it's a situation word for that.
That's a superior roll, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
I used it
Across
once,
the
yeah.
wires, yeah.
I might still
I
have it.
did very well at that. That's an 11.
Nice. Okay. You have to ask two
That's the one you turned
questions.
into a full-on group.
Okay, so where is Paragon right now?
All right. He is actually in like kind of the Sentinel Museum. That's a bit further back past the lobby. So that's where they keep all their artifacts.
In the base.
Are we lucky enough that there's any artifact that he's near that could contain him?
Maybe not contained, but there is one that could be very useful in stopping him, which is the Helm of the Broken Knight.
Helm of the Broken.
Yes, that reality-shifting helmet from last time.
Oh, that plus devotion would be intense.
Well, that is now safely in there, in the museum.
Is there any way to just straight up kill him?
Probably not.
Damn.
Oh, I'm sorry. Or maybe you want the universe to collapse on itself. I mean, that's up to you.
That's what would happen?
He's an integral part of the universe. You can't just remove him from it.
but he's evil. Yeah,
Hey, sounds like great TV, says someone as you are entering. It is AJ. Him and his... I mean, right now his film crew's abandoned him because he's gone a little bit too far.
Oh,
He
he's
just got...
Kubricking it now.
Oh, for sure. He just got the camera, up on his side and like the boom mic in his other hand.
Hey AJ, you didn't happen to catch that whole thing with the dragon, right?
I managed to get a little of it kind of through the doorway. The lighting wasn't that great, so if we could like do it again, is that a possibility?
I mean, unless you want regurgitated executioner.
All right.
That's
No,
not
no,
gonna
I get it. Hey,
The
this is cinema verite. Sometimes the lighting isn't right. I like it.
The rest of you, I want you to stay safe out here. I grab him, and then I open up a shadow portal.
Whoa. So what do? You go with him, or are you throwing him somewhere?
I'm taking him with me.
Okay.
If he wants to film the big thing, he's going to film the big thing.
Yeah. Are you going to
I'm-
face Paragon? Or?
Yes, that is exactly what I'm
Oh.
going to go do it alone
Oh no! All right, it's just in the other room.
because I'm trying to absolve my guilt.
Ooh.
So I'll
All right.
clear
So
that.
you zoom in there. I'm actually gonna get come back to you.
Yeah. Well, let me roll to see if I'm.
Oh yeah, you can even do that. Okay.
Yes, that's an 8.
All right. You're zooming off to meet Paragon with AJ along for the ride.
We can say that that's temporary, or I can open up another condition. In fact, I would take angry if we can.
All right.
make it.
Why don't you do that one?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you three, as Devotion and AJ disappear.
And she disappeared again. Yep.
I told you guys to stay safe out here before I left, though.
She probably has a chess club to get to.
You hear some clawed feet clicking on the floor. And as you spin around, there, coming down the hall, is Mr. Star, aka Cygnus.
You're alive.
Yeah, I was resurrected. Pretty weird, but I'm back. Got some kind of news for you. Devotion, she just did her thing. Teleported right in there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, well, it might work out for her, but let me give you the warning, or the advice. I got the Game Master's attention.
Okay.
I think he's gonna help. I think he wants to help.
Okay.
But you gotta get the Helm of the Broken Knight. You gotta open a portal, like, to him. And kind of his realm. The Helm can do that. However, I'm pretty sure Paragon knows this. He's kind of, him being all-knowing. I mean, that's my dad. So, you can go in, find some way to distract Paragon, get the Helm away from him. Could be very useful. And then, once you get that, it'll take you to the Game Master. Also, you guys don't happen to know those, like, 4 rodents who happen to be Ronin, do you?
We've met them.
Yeah, they had the bad luck to be assigned guard duty to the museum, and they're in there right now, and it's going pretty badly for
They're
them.
not dead, are they?
Well, not yet. You
I
better
just
hurry.
saw 5 people die today. Fucking idiots.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Alright, so we gotta get the helmet, right?
Yep.
That's the point.
This is gonna be interesting. The wielder of.
Alright, so, Kat, you appear right there, and unfortunately for the radioactive Ronin, 2 of their number is gone. Chopin the Choppin' Chinchilla. I'm sorry, I keep killing your characters, Dallas. He has been burned to a fluffy crisp,
I will miss
and
him
he has
greatly.
collapsed.
No.
Also, Talus. I know.
Uh,
He also fell in battle. Paragon just, like, cut him apart.
His last words were probably not cool, man.
Not cool, man. Muskersky is like next to them, like crying, being like, I can't hack the system to bring them back. And Amadeus, the beaver, is just roaring and charging over to battle Paragon, who is a towering, glowing, monstrous figure. He's still taking a little bit of his Papagon persona, so he's wearing kind of the suburban dad, like, sort of like what I'm wearing right now, just in the short sleeve collared shirt. But there was just boiling, cosmic, writhing smoke coming out of all the holes in the head. It's like this black hole where his face should be.
Now, is he wearing the Helm of the Broken Knight right now, or it's just in the room?
It's behind him, but you can tell he's going to go for it pretty soon.
I-
What he does have, he is holding the staff that contains Strangel.
Gotcha. I am going for the Helm of the Broken Knight.
All right.
Not by charging at him.
You're not gonna save Amadeus?
If he dies, he dies. That's his choice.
Ooh, alright, what's the plan?
I'm basically just kind of traveling behind Amadeus.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Amadeus gets close enough, I'm going to just do a little shadow move. Actually, you know what? He's just straight up distracting him, right?
Well, it's not much of a distraction. Paragon's so powerful, you can just go poosh, and
Yeah.
that's the end of Amadeus.
But he still has to focus for that split second, and then that's what I'm going to take to move
Yeah,
with the helmet.
I can see that happening if you roll high enough.
Okay,
So let's have you do Unleash Your Powers.
alrighty. And that is a 10.
Okay, nice. So you zoom over behind it and you like get the helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Just as you guys rush in, and you see like he goes whoosh, and Amadeus is cut down.
Alas, for Amadeus.
Oh man.
And
I
I put on
know.
the helmet.
I had influence over him.
All right.
Yeah.
Paragon spins around and sees you now, and he's like, "Oh, that's interesting. Hold on." He holds up his staff, snaps it, and just goes, and you can see Strangel, the green, and her face appearing in this smoke, getting sucked out, inhaled by her father, and he's glowing a bit brighter. And Paragon's like, "Oh yeah, that's better. What do you do with that helmet, little one?"
All right, I've already said a bunch of times I'm putting it on.
Hmm.
So that's, I don't know how it works specifically, because I don't think any of us have ever.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm assuming you put on the helmet.
Yeah.
You are suddenly everything around you changes, and even though you guys weren't exactly there, you are taken with it too, because the helmet, as Star arranged, was the portal to the Game Master. Suddenly, all four of you are in a room with multicolored curtains around a round table and a bowl full of dice. You're all sitting in chairs. There's like a microphone above you and a fan. Sitting at a table across from you is a 29-year-old man. It is his birthday. He is me. He looks exactly like me. He is me.
Happy birthday.
Hello there. His name is Michael Panish. It's me. I am the Game Master. Hi, guys.
What the hell?
Yeah, I know. This is a little weird. Yeah, the fourth wall. I'm breaking it. It's metafiction.
And we're on these screens too?
I know. Pretty weird, huh? You guys are just these characters that...
I know you have hands?
Yeah, I mean, look at the... I mean, you're the person who plays it. You can dress up in different costumes, but our budget isn't that high for us to actually have a misty person in the game.
And you're on your shirt? Well,
Yup,
you're an
you're just a
alien?
guy with a shirt wearing
You're
like,
just
with a
wearing
cool
a mask.
draconic sense of fashion.
And a cloak.
I know. It all looks a little silly when we kind of take a peek behind the curtain, but
It's awesome.
you know, we got to make
That's
do.
awesome.
Hey, I agree. I like it.
Man.
No, I greatly appreciate you guys as characters and the people playing you. And no, this is a little weird. Just wanted to bear with me here. You know, because, like, I'll be honest, I wasn't totally sure how to end this one. I was thinking, like, I know I wanted to have Extinction, like, another one to be like, I want to deal with celebrities, I want to deal with celebrity death, because that was a big thing in the 90s, as well as, like, the police doing something horrible and getting away with it, like the Rodney King situation, the riots.
But that stopped entirely.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I mean, am I being kind of disrespectful? Is it too dark? Is it too real? Because it is a real thing that's happening. Is my ability to just try and inject relevance into our superhero game really working?
Yeah.
I don't know. These are all things that I torture myself with, including this thought. I know I've been killing a lot of characters this episode.
Oh no, that's
Yeah, and I killed a lot of like some of your former characters in particular, and characters people I think like you know Pigeon Prince. He's a fan favorite. I killed him.
Oh, Pigeon Prince.
Mm-hmm. That's sort of what we authors, we game masters do.
And we just lost the new team.
I know. We find what you love and we torture it for our amusement. Pretty sick, huh?
And now one of the Strangels is dead, but there's still more Strangels.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's still kind of up in the air. Episode's not over yet. So I sort of want to get your input and let you guys think. Because I'm thinking, I don't know. You guys are fictional characters in a game. But I'm sure the people behind you have been reading the news. And I got to say, in our world,
Nice choice.
Yeah. I know, your creator is a good choice in water bottles.
Yeah.
Well, in the real world, like, bad guys win all the time. So I don't know if I want to have that here. I might have Paragon win. The whole next arc is in this nasty post-apocalyptic Paragon-controlled hellscape, which could be interesting.
That'd be a little hard for the next generation.
It certainly would.
And
Yeah.
we already had one of those eras.
Yeah,
A
we
time
did.
when Nixon was in
Well,
charge.
it was no heroes, but it wasn't like apocalyptic hellscape.
That's very true.
That is true. And that was...
I think I am pro the next game taking place in apocalyptic hellscape with the idea of what we're trying to do is reverse the apocalyptic hellscape.
That's a possibility. However, it would mean a lot of characters that I killed off here would stay dead.
Right.
What do you guys think? I'm asking you as characters. Is that the direction I should take this?
I have this like weird notion that there's going to be like some sort of, what do you call it, a one-off with, and I think my creator is trying to bring back canon, so it's a good thing that he's still alive.
Oh, I could kill him too if you want. I mean,
I'd hold off on that.
okay.
It seems to like that idea.
All right. I can see if we got a connection to some characters, which I was hoping you guys did. Both yours and the NPCs and the characters other people have played. And maybe destroying everything is the wrong idea. So what do you think? Should I send you back to actually fight Paragon, maybe win? Or does it end like this?
I know people die
I think
realistically.
I think reality should fracture.
Have like an alternate kind of future kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like this is a point where like a golf club hits a car window and just splinters it.
Interesting. So we could have some one-shots in the horrible post-apocalyptic future where Paragon won, and others where Paragon didn't win.
It's not a bad idea.
But what our actions even matter? Regardless, I'm just wanting to save as many people as I can.
Well, it's one of those like, if you really think about the whole like multiverse thing, if that's even a thing, you have like multiple like possibilities, and it could be that there's like this whole idea of our decisions are like they're split paths where we make one decision or then we have another path that's the other decision. So this very well could be it.
Sure, like a kind of string theory thing.
Yeah. So my idea is that by shattering reality, it weakens Paragon's powers because he's spread out more.
Could be.
All right. Well, I kind of like that. I mean, multiverses are very big in comics, so perhaps I could do that and send you back in.
Keep in mind, I'm also a person that likes things to go weird and wrote a character that's sentient bubblegum, so.
That's very true.
That is a good point. Flux. Let me ask you, because we seem to be sort of you have kind of an idea, but I want to get your input. What do you think? Dark ending for this one or not? This is your game master asking you.
I think that I don't think it has to be dark, but I think going along what you've been doing is just fine. Not everybody gets to be, I should say, successful, or like they've had their successes. So, like, you write them off and you move on with other things. That's totally fine. Plus, it's motivation for those who do succeed and keep going.
Ooh, okay. This is very interesting. Not exactly what I was expecting. I thought you'd
like
be
I
like,
said,
let us fight Paragon, let us win.
I mean, don't get me wrong, like I'm all for the battle and all that, but if that was not the original intention, and if it just makes for a really good story, you know what I mean, to not have everything go bubbly and sweet, I'm all for a good story.
I'm very pro losing one because I feel like it makes it more important when we win.
Alright, you guys can see the game master. Wait, why am I narrating with the... This is very weird.
You can narrate. It's hard for me to see through this.
I know. Alright, so the game master says... Alright. I'll tell you what. I'm going to send you back to Battle Paragon Win. But in order to divide them up like this, for reality to split, the Helm of the Broken Knight is going to have to be destroyed. Because, you know, I made that to be a super powerful artifact, like kind of a Infinity Glove sort of thing, and I figure, like, that would, its splitting would help kind of sunder the universe. So, you guys are going to have to...
The original Sorcerer wanted in the first place.
I know, so you guys are going to have to work on destroying that. That's going to take some effort. Meanwhile, Paragon's going to be going after you, trying to throw you in different portals, sending you to weird places, bringing up all the characters he's absorbed. If you can try and get Strangel out of him, that could be cool. I know Strangel is kind of a fan favorite. Or Strange Wolfish he became. So I'm going to send you back, and I think hopefully you can pull that off. But before we go, just want to give a big thanks to the audience for tuning in. Yeah, you guys should know that you're doing this all for the audience, just people watching on the internet.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, if you want to say anything to them, that's okay.
Hope our antics have been entertaining, I guess.
Sure. I think your antics are pretty entertaining. Big thanks to Scooter, who's over there on the ones and twos. There he is. Yeah.
Who the heck is that guy?
Yeah, this is the other half of the game mastering. He does all the technical stuff, but
Like the edge of the camera.
yeah, the editing. Just gotta say a quick hello to Scooter. Want to thank
Can't forget the tech.
Yep, can't forget the tech. Want to thank Samantha Marie Ketchum, who has designed some of our great kind of custom
Oh,
playbooks.
heck yeah. These are custom books.
Big fan of the Battle Beast. Thanks to everybody.
She was the whole thing with the battle beasts. I think that was her.
Yep, she made. Yeah.
She
Oh, I mean, I'll just-
made Alfie?
well, yes.
You technically made him.
Yeah. Get this. You just rolled some random dice in a shard, and Abby appeared. Yeah. Pretty cool, huh? It's all just numbers. I mean, I should just level with you. You guys' fates are all decided by these little dice rolling back and forth. That's it, really. And also my decisions too, and
So,
your creator's
right.
decisions. Yeah, pretty strange, huh?
So we
My
can
creator's
control.
sadistic.
I'm not gonna go against that.
I will say my creator has a great sense of taste.
Agreed. Also want to give a big thanks to everybody who's played Generation Hero. Couldn't make it for this one. Hopefully we'll see you in the next 5. So it's like Eric. I know Perseus, who came by a few episodes earlier. And I'm sure I'm forgetting a lot of people. Oh, Michael. Yeah, I do hope we can get Michael to come back. You guys don't know them, but of course you might know the characters that they built and created, some of whom I'm killing. So
It's like.
but maybe they'll come back.
But okay, so it's like we don't know them, but we know them. But
How many walls do
we
you want?
know the character.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can I?
We're up to
The
the
one thing
16.
that I would like to do.
Yeah, go for it. Try and unleash a power on me or something. You can
Yeah.
do whatever you want up here.
Yeah. I'll
Mess
do
with the
that.
game master.
I'm
Let's
gonna
do it.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna speak. I'm gonna speak with a symbol of authority to ask if I couldn't get
Mm-hmm.
one more potential mark so I can unlock my moment of truth, which will enable me to do the thing that needs to be done with the helm.
All right, let me have you roll.
Because if I fail, then I still unlock it.
Ooh, rigging the game. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta
Right.
say, I gotta.
I'm
That
all-
is a 7. So do what I say.
All right.
Moment of truth.
Sorry.
Your power is no. It's cool. I get it. I will do it not because you have power over me, because you guys are just powerless paper creations dancing like puppets on a string before the wicked puppet master. But I think that's a good story, and hey, that's my main goal here as the game.
I'm
master.
the all-powerful
Exactly.
devotion.
All right.
Powerful.
Well, I mean, you're a character in this
I'm
story.
so good at
But hey, you know what? Hey, being a character in a story, I think, is really powerful because you get to have like all these cool adventures and a whole exciting life, and the rest of us get to live in the real world and dealing with all the problems we have here. So, mark that potential.
Oh yeah, I'm unlocking my moment of truth, which I'm totally
At
using.
least
on this
sometimes you
helmet.
get to come into our world
So,
and
yeah,
you know
then
experience
hold
it
in mind, I'll help you out.
along with us.
Huh?
That is a good
Hold in
point.
mind the whole time.
Oh, do you have
It's
an
gotta count for
unlocked
something,
moment
right?
of truth too?
Yeah,
Can,
just-
can we double down on our moments of truth to wreck this helmet?
Ooh, yeah, to combine them? Okay.
one potential
I'll allow
way
that.
from leveling up as well.
Whoa, alright.
Mine.
Give him one as well.
You know
Oh,
what?
moments of truth.
I will give it to you
Yes.
as well. Yes, because I think it's a good story, and like I said earlier, it's all about the story.
So how many of us do have our moments of truth?
I've just been holding mine.
You have yours
Oh,
unlocked?
cool. Okay.
I got mine.
I like that.
I
strategic
think
thought.
that if we all do our moments of truth, we can shatter this helmet.
Oh yeah.
We alter it completely.
And definitely we can fight Paragon. I think that'd be a good way, and we can see what we can do. And who knows?
So
Maybe if I'm impressed enough, I'll bring some of those dead characters back. Because, I can do that. I can be like, bam, you're resurrected. Bam, you're dead. Bam,
Okay.
you're resurrected.
So we gotta be stylish.
Exactly. Yes, it's got to be cool. It's got to be good for...
we should read off all of our moments of truth when we get back to reality.
All right, well, I'm going to send you... maybe I'm kind of like that AJ guy who just kind of arranges horrible things to happen for entertainment. Well, that is-
AJ-esque.
Yeah, that is very much... This kind of deep thinking is sort of what I wanted for this art. This was all inspired by... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
When we get back,
Mr.
can we
Mystical?
throw that guy in jail?
AJ?
Yes.
He didn't technically break any rules.
That's
Yeah,
true.
but he's a dick.
Well,
Yeah, but he's also going to be the new Drowse.
yes.
What are you going
I think Devotion had a plan for that, so...
And
We'll see if
him
you
for
could.
maybe a century or so. Teach him a lesson,
to do? I'm going to teach him a lesson by giving him everything that he ever wanted.
which could backfire. Okay, I like that.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Poetic Justice here on Generation Hero. That's the name of the show you're on, by the way, Generation Hero.
Oh, I don't think you can see it.
What?
Fist bump.
That's fun.
Because it's like, yeah. Because it's
Yeah,
like,
it's very limited. I can do this. Like, unless I'm doing this.
because it's like heroes going down through the ages. So I'm gonna send you back. I hope you enjoy it. I like this little weird metafictional aside. Wasn't too strange. It was inspired by the last issue of Grant Morrison's Animal Man.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of that one. And again, like I'm doing the '90s, so I feel like let's put all my like my dilemmas, my fears right there on the screen on the page.
It's also slightly Deadpool-esque.
I suppose so.
Yeah,
But-
but the direct confrontation of your creator is...
Yeah, that's from Animal Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, in Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe.
Oh, he comes out there and kills like Rob Liefeld or something.
Yeah, he eventually gets to
Also,
To-
Emerald Drake, how do you know this?
information given to me by my creator.
Ah, okay. I'll allow it.
So where are our creators? Are we them right now?
I think we're inside of the minds of our creator.
inside the minds of the creators.
We sort of took over for a bit.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's why I had this information in my head.
Uh-huh. They kind of let you sit in the driver's seat.
Yeah, I'm trying to not look around too much in here.
I know, it's pretty strange. This is the real world.
It's not
yeah.
great.
I just like
I
having
know.
flesh.
Real world kind of sucks.
It's like being inside of a mouth filled with bad teeth.
Yeah. Although being human is very interesting. I guess.
This is uncomfortable. I like being smoked better.
We go back now to game reality and
Yeah, I'm gonna pour you back in.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Let's go kick his
See-
ass.
Goodbye, guys. And with that, the game master, Michael Panish, drops you back into the world as you know it, out of this strange other world where there are no heroes.
I'm gonna miss those guys.
You appear next to the radioactive rodents, or what's left of them. Mazursky is there. Amadeus is like, he got sliced up by a quick, glowing, slashing hand of
yeah,
Paragon.
it's literally just Mazursky now.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm gonna say Amadeus, like, if you can try, you can maybe save him.
I got +1 on Mazursky. Mazursky, do your best
Hack.
science.
Hack the system!
Hack the system and save his life.
Alright, why don't you roll comfort and support to try and give her the courage to do this.
Nice.
Nice.
Yes, that is. I got +1, so 14.
Whoa, alright. So she is able to work, she's like a kind of a bag of weird electrical / medical components, and I think we're gonna have a bionic beaver in the future.
Do summons win.
What? Sorry.
Who summons wood?
Oh yeah, summons wood. Well, so he's gonna be like a half robot
What people
Amadeus.
doesn't.
Interesting. All right. Paragon is looking back and he's like, "What happened exactly? Where were you?"
Wouldn't you like to know?
Well, this is the moment when I prove how much the mantle belongs to me. I seize control of all my powers, and I defeat even impossible odds to prove I am worthy of the name I carry. I accomplish feats even my predecessors couldn't do. Of course, after I prove something like that, I can expect still more responsibilities to be placed on my shoulders. That's what I'm doing. That's my moment of truth.
All right. So, and you're doing your moment of truth too.
Yes.
Okay. So let's have Kat. So what does that look like in terms of the helm of the Broken Knight?
Okay. So what I do is I use the power, my own powers plus the helm of the Broken Knight to completely shatter reality.
Whoa.
Because
All right,
because I believe in myself. Devotion is having devotion to devotion to devotion to devotion to devotion, and like my belief in myself causes multiple realities to spring forth.
Okay.
Like looking into a funhouse mirror, you know, like the hall of mirrors where everything's reflected and reflected and reflected.
Yeah,
and
yeah. So you
reflected.
like punch the helmet and it just.
Yeah.
Oh wait, do you punch it? I think that's a Superboy Prime thing. From
Yeah, I don't. I
where he
didn't
punches
punch-
reality, but it's. I'm sure it's not as dumb as that.
I think
Yeah.
that I do.
All right, so the helmet is like coming apart as it's flying around. There's like these shards of all these different realities, kind of bouncing over. Paragon's like, "What?" And they're kind of flying towards him.
Yeah.
Flux, what are you doing while this is going on?
In whatever way is needed best, I embrace my home and call them for aid. So I'm not sure how this will work out best yet with this, what's going on, whether it's before that moment or after this moment. But they will answer my call in force, arriving exactly when I need them to turn the tide. So they'll fight and serve me for the rest of the battle. Of course, when all is said and done, they'll probably like to take me back home with them.
Well, I think in every single reality they show up at this point.
Okay, well actually I'm going to say it's like this. So, these shards fly behind you, creating this kind of multiverse of different realities. And it creates sort of this reflecting pool, kind of like this big gap. And it's behind Paragon, as if he could fall in
Yeah.
and be sucked up and divided into, or at least thrown into one of these realities.
And-
But he's going to need a little push to get in there.
I don't think I will do that with my.
All right, well, all right, one sec though. So he like rips off the top half of Sentinel HQ is destroyed as Paragon is just skyrocketing, gaining in size and strength.
All right.
And so now he's like this like giant kaiju-sized Paragon towering over the city. Sentinel HQ is pretty much destroyed, but next to it you can see this big swirl of portals into other realities.
Can I say one thing related to the moment of truth
Mhm.
to him?
And then we'll have
And then
Drake's, yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Go.
Of all these realities, only one is real, Paragon. You don't know which one it is. And
Ooh.
until you find that and destroy it, you won't ever be free.
Whoa. All right,
And
he's
I
definitely.
curse you that you will not be able to find it for 18 years.
Ooh. Okay.
All right. So the helmet is still sort of semi.
Yeah, it's like kind of coming
Okay.
apart and spilling
Yeah.
over to make these.
Yeah. So, with my moment of truth, which is, it's so easy to forget that you're not your body and that you're not the voice in your head. You're both. Be the monster and save them anyway. Smash down walls and and speak softly. Because when you embrace it, you can do anything. Of course, putting on a display like this is sure to rattle up those who see only the monster when they look at you. So with that, I'm going to say, Devotion, can I have the helmet real quick?
I mean, it's kind of flying around.
Yeah.
It's
So,
it's sort of
yeah,
coming apart in
it's-
slow motion.
I'm going to literally just accelerate the coming apart and just smash it completely.
Whoa.
And then, still having a few shards in my hand, I'm going to fly over to Paragon and just sort of, in his large form, and with a few help with a few dragons, I'm going to drag him into the portal.
Whoa, are you going down with him in there?
Um,
Or actually, I'm going to tell you this. So, you like get him, you're dragging him down, and you are starting to fall through these different realities. You're like kind of, just constantly falling.
Yeah.
And you can see kind of different variants of Generation Hero, some of which might be visited in upcoming episodes.
Yeah.
Says the game master from far away.
yeah, so as I'm falling, I'm barely paying attention because it's a lot of information and also just not wanting to really be...
You guys can see this too, like you can see them like falling down.
Yeah.
And I'm going to describe
So,
the first reality they
I'm
bump
going
into.
to... A couple of the dragons are still going to be dragging him down.
Yeah, they're
but I'm
flying.
going to be to like get on top of him and just push off and to get up.
Try and get up.
Try and get up. To
It's
the
not...
reality.
Okay, we'll say that you can do that in like a bit, but there's some information the world and your friends might want to know to help you or something to maybe take with you.
Okay.
Alright, so you're like flying down. The first one is this weird... Looks like you're in the Old West. I don't know if Emerald Drake is like a Western fan. But you're smashing through this...
It's more of a fancy camp. But
Well, you might be going someplace similar to that in a second. Yeah. But it looks like something from, a spaghetti Western or like couple, maybe a reality when things are a little bit more Western-y, when everybody's a cowboy world, you might say. Where there's this version of Sentinel City that's all saloons and boardwalk streets and batwing doors and dusters. You see some characters that look sort of like the heroes and villains that you know from Sentinel City, but all with bandanas and six guns on. And as you're crashing down Main Street, which is now tilting, and there's a hole for the other reality, you notice in the black hole of Paragon's face, Star, aka Sarah, aka Strangel, is clawing her way, trying to get out and get free from her father. You guys can look down and see this too. So let's have Mr. Mystical. What are you doing when you see all this? And also, Paragon, he's like clamped a hand. He's trying to drag you down.
Alright. Well,
This is the climax, by the way. You can't use
got
those
some
three.
people to save.
The Game Master adds. I gotta stop saying that. You guys know.
So, this is the moment when you show them exactly why you belong here. You do any one thing, take out any one enemy, no matter how insane, no matter how ridiculous, because that's you. Their jaws are gonna drop when you're done. Of course, pulling off a stunt like this tends to bring unwanted attention and a dangerous reputation. So, multiple universes, right? That means multiple universes full of us. So, I wonder, of all of the Mr. Mysticals in every universe are gonna come in as this giant smoke cloud and reach into Paragon and pull out everyone he's ever eaten, Strangel included, and just bring them back.
Whoa. Okay. I'm gonna say this like starts to happen in the Old West one. Like you kind of start floating down in cloud form to help. Suddenly, I don't. What would the cowboy Wild West world version of Mr. Mystical be called? I know it's kind of a weird thing to spring on you.
Mystic.
Sheriff Mystic. He's like, hold on there, partner. And he's, instead of a scarf, he has like a big bandana up around his face. He still has the smoky,
And a smoke mustache.
yeah, big smoke walrus mustache. He zooms over and flies in, and he smashes into Paragon's body. It's still rolling, and now you fall into another reality. You're crashing through it, and this time, you're in feudal Japan.
Fun fact, devotion always exactly the same, no matter what the reality.
Ooh, all right. So you're peering down. You can see the Wild West devotion, and then through another layer, you can see the feudal Japan devotion.
Right. Who still is just dressed in a freaking monk robe.
Oh, that's cool. It sort of fits in. I mean, maybe it's a little weird in some places. but-
There actually was in Nagasaki.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I saw Silence, so
Yeah.
maybe it's something like that.
Yeah.
Hopefully without the torture.
There's probably torture.
Oh, for sure. Great movie though. So you are so now everybody, him and Mystical, are rolling down through this feudal Japanese world. The Japanese Mr. Mystical, I don't know, Mystic-san. Maybe he's like some like monk with, or like I guess a ninja probably. It'd make more sense, the stealth thing with the face mask and the smoke leaking out of his shinobi ninja costume. Oh, look, I'm gonna have to do a lot of research when we get to our feudal Japan episode. It's coming. Anyway, so he silently sees a ninja, flies over and joins it, and all of them are wrestling in. They have Star Strangel about like half out of Paragon's mouth. Devotion, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing a thing. Let's see. Trying to figure out. I'm just gonna fly over, portal over and help pull her out.
All right,
You know,
sounds good. Why don't you give me?
not. Yeah, I'm
Leash.
I'm gonna do my fight the good fight.
Ooh, nice.
So I can't impress, surprise, or frighten, but on the other hand, I get to roll on plus saber and stuff, plus danger. So yay. Hey, 13.
Nice. All right.
So I am resisting and avoiding any blows, and I'm taking Strangel out of his mouth.
All right. So what does that look like? As you're
Black hole.
just reaching into the black hole, wrenching Strangel out to save her?
Yeah, what I'm doing is I'm actually creating another portal behind her, so that she's just totally disconnected from the Paragon Force.
All right. So Strangel is free. She's like in your arms, kind of in this misty form, but she's getting a bit more solid as you're holding her.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you tumble past these Japanese castle and a bunch of weird samurais. Maybe that's like a fish-looking one that's like Monarch Merman. There wouldn't be a Russian samurai, but maybe Battle Girl Potemkin is like some the feudal Japan version of her is like this peasant revolutionary type.
Yeah.
I can imagine that, like uses lots of gunpowder and so on.
I'm gonna say to Strangel, I know of a way to save you from your father. Do you trust me?
I think I have to, and you've been working for me in the Society of the Bazaar. I've seen you. There's good in you. Yes, I trust you.
You are Drowse, Lord of Dreams, keeper of all secrets in the night.
Whoa, so you're making her the new Drowse.
I'm making her Drowse.
Whoa, cool.
You have power over slumber and the minds of mortals and the immortals.
All right.
Even Paragon himself dreams.
Whoa, and Strangel's like, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
You smash through another reality. You're rolling through another one. This is the one where Paragon won. It is kind of a post-apocalyptic hell world where Sentinel City is in ruins. There's lots of Mad Max, violent post-apocalyptic gangs running around there. You can see, like, the Kestrel clan is taking over the financial center. A bunch of bird-tattooed war boy types screaming and hooting. But there are still the heroes out there in scarred, rusted, post-apocalyptic form, still fighting the good fight, even in this hellish Paragon world, where like the sky is always red and it's just very nasty. And this is where probably a good place to leave Paragon and get out. So 3 of you guys are riding in Flux. You're the only one who hasn't jumped on. You were like looking down through the hole in reality in the Sentinel City HQ.
Okay.
All these aliens, Akalindu, as well as why did I forget your species? Zopal. Yeah, are with you. They got a bunch of ships up above. Akalindu Prime like floats over, looking down. He's like, "Is that normal on Earth, son?"
No, there's a lot of crazy shit that happens here, but this ain't normal.
I would think not. What should we do?
Do they have the ability to help get them out, but leave Paragon behind? Or
I think
can
we
I
do.
possibly mind blast Paragon into thinking he's in paradise and he wants to stay there
And
so they
never
can slip
leave.
away?
All right. As the game master goes to get some water, what's that?
Trying to think of what would be best for my character.
I could see either working. What do you think? Yeah, what do you think Flux would do?
Oh,
Rely on himself or try and use his new Akalindu friends?
yeah, I would first try to see if they can is it
I
possible?
mean, you could do both. Like, I think you could send them down, get their tractor beams going.
All right, so I'll try that first. I'm not sure what that entails. The second one would definitely.
All right. Well, I'll just say they do it, and depending
That's
on where
part
you
of
roll
the
now,
moment,
Paragon's going to notice or not. So a bunch
Okay.
of UFOs zoom through Cowboy World, zoom through Samurai World. These are like Westworld, HBO. Like what? No, I just realized I was not intending that.
Channels.
I know. As they're zooming down, they go into post-apocalyptic world. HBO doesn't have that, huh? Huh? Zoom down, hit everybody. The dragons, Emerald Drake, Mr. Mystical, Devotion now holding Strangel in the tractor beams and are starting to pull them up. And Paragon's like, no, stay here, and is reaching up with these weird tendril-like arms to keep them
I would like to before
before he does his distraction thing, or do you want to hold off?
Well, basically, like, as he's trying to reach up,
Mm-hmm.
since I'm not entirely sure about what's going on or the distraction, I'm just going to... I'm sure he's sort of got a hand on me. Like you said, that he was holding on to me.
Yeah, he's kind of like... I mean, his skin is this weird gelatinous,
Yeah.
glowing, smoky...
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear the limb that's on... I mean, I tear, but basically get the limb off of me, and then just once it's off of me, I'm going to double fist him right in the face.
Ooh, alright. Let's have you roll directly engage.
Break smash.
How we do there?
10.
Nice.
Smash.
Alright, pick 2 as you smash him apart.
All right. I am going to resist and avoid the blows and create the opportunity that is needed.
Ooh, alright. So let's have you roll unleash your power with the distraction. The Mind Blast.
That's it. 8.
Okay, remember, you guys still have those 3 team points.
So,
You can use 2.
is that
Up to
what do
attack.
you guys say?
Yeah, we
Use
can.
2?
We'll still have 1.
I don't feel like much more is happening because
Plus 1.
Yeah.
So, ooh, baby, I love you. That's what
Okay.
he's thinking right now. He's like, you're in paradise, man. Let us go back to where we came from.
So Paragon's very happy to be in this reality where he won,
Yep.
and he is able to let you guys go.
yes, it's definitely his version of paradise.
For sure. So, your tractor beams, all these UFOs carry you back up through feudal Japan reality, through the Western reality, back up through the holes, and you have now returned into Sentinel HQ.
So he's mind controlled, right? Yes.
Cool.
For a time.
I like Flux's awkward nod.
Sure, it worked perfectly.
Alright.
Right, devotion?
A being like him can only be contained for so long, but there's time.
Shit.
There's
Here.
time for time.
So, Imperium Prime and some other heroes are showing up. Right now, the chaos has died down. Paragon's gone. Paragon. However, you still... Yeah, Paragon would approve. However, you still have Strangel in your arms. So you're turning her into Drowse. What is
Well,
that
I
look?
still have to have the approval of the rest of the council.
Okay, yeah, delineation of the others are kind of appearing around you.
I believe that this girl should be the new Drowse.
Delineation says you don't want it to be that one. She points to AJ, who just like slumped in the corner. Or wait, no, you teleported him away, didn't you?
I don't remember now.
Okay, no, I think AJ.
You teleported him.
No, I
to
teleported
the
him
battle.
with me. to the
Oh
battle.
right, okay, yeah. AJ just like stuck there, like kind of filming everything, but this has
Initially,
been too much even for his camera. He's just slack-jawed.
initially, I thought it would be delicious punishment for him to become Drowse, but now I understand that it's better for Strangel to be Drowse because she'll know how to control the power and use it to help control Paragon in the realms that the rest of us cannot go.
Strangel's like, that's fair. I'm ready. So what happens when she becomes the new Drowse?
Basically, she assumes the mantle. I'd like to imagine it's not like goofy sleepwear, though.
Oh yeah, that was only for
Right.
Steve Jobs. Still love that. What is the new Drowse? Do you have like an idea of what it would look like? for her?
I feel like it's like a bunch of diaphanous floating gowns.
Yeah, that makes
around
sense.
her.
Maybe kind of a more white, like pale thing
Yeah.
as opposed to her the former dark
right
outfit you
Yeah,
had.
she's like Strangel, but like everything's just super. white.
Yeah, it's like the white version.
Yeah. And is that what kind of happens in Sandman also with the new dream? Yes, but whatever. Leave
Hey,
me
that's
alone.
cool. I just ripped off the end of Animal Man, pretty much exactly.
Exactly.
You know, I gotta get my Grant Morrison accent's gonna sound a lot like my Devour accent. My parents told me about a kingdom of beautiful foxes.
We didn't really anything.
I used to talk to them with me flashlight. Oh man, I love that last issue of Animal Man. The last pages are so moving. I tear up every time. Sorry.
That's okay. So and she kind of disappears from reality because she has to control sleep now.
All right. In the Limitless, they say delineation says, devotion. You have done well. You kept Paragon away. We're gonna fade back into our own world, our own realm, trying to control things from the background as we always did. Will you come with us?
Yes, I think I've interfered too much directly with the mortal realm at this point, and besides, I've so many realities now to keep focused on. Can I ask you one thing, though? Delineation.
Yes.
I can tell that you're going to be born soon. Are you that girl's mother?
Whoa. And with that, she looks over to the former Strangel, current Drowse, and nods. So yes, you heard it here. Sister Midnight, the mother of Strangel and Cygnus, is delineation. Whoa, very cool. All characters linked. So they fade away. Next up, who
I'm gonna
comes
take
in?
off this blindfold.
Yeah.
I can tell you're sweating under there.
Yeah.
The next individual that comes in is kind of repels past all the alien spaceships from one of those Sky Sword airships. Someone you know very well, Mr. Mystical. It is your boss, Brave Blade himself. He's a little older now, a little more grizzled, still wearing that mask, still has that sword on his back. And he's like, Mystical, you've done well.
They died, boss. They all died.
And he's like,
Go ahead, say that.
he takes hold of your hand. He's like, it's true, but the war goes on. I want you with me in Spider. I want to make you my second in command.
That actually perks everything up. Okay.
Everybody's dead. I'd like you to be second in command.
How about a promotion?
Promotion. Well done, sir.
I mean,
And Flux.
Yeah, but fuck.
And Flux, while you are still in awe of this, a sort of hunched over worry figure appears behind you. It is the Great Vizandu. And he's like, Flux, hey.
Hey, Zandu.
Yeah, look, I know I've been Earth's Guardian for like a decade, but it's not exactly the best job. I'm thinking of getting back into Hollywood.
I'm about to say, man, I know you got them contracts.
Yeah. I'm thinking there's kind of a whole disco nostalgia wave's gonna hit pretty soon. So Disco Disaster 2. You know? Or maybe, just hear me out. Things that were really popular in the 80s and 70s and so on, they're gonna be popular again, but ironically. So I can start appearing, in a bunch of kind of synth music, give me some B movies, and make some fun memes based on myself. I got a feeling that's coming. This thing's called memes. You'll see. And I think
You're
there's a
very
real
insightful.
Yeah,
Very insightful.
Yeah, Vizandu's got his finger on the popular pulse, for sure. So anyway, I got to step down from the whole Defender of Earth thing. You want the job?
Oh, I thought you were going to help me get a role in your films. But, yeah, sure. If it helps me get a role in your films.
Awesome. All right, Disco Disaster 2, still disco in it. We're going to do
Soundtrack
it.
by James Murphy.
Exactly.
Spoiler alert, it's gonna be a box office bomb.
Well, I imagine it'll be a so bad it's good kind of thing. I see him as what David Hasselhoff is now. He's just sort of parlaying. Yeah.
Years.
Yeah, he's taking his old popularity and turning it into kind of a silly version of it that's tongue in cheek, and he's kind of in on the joke. So, but it's still, hey, it's a living for Vizandu, so he makes it work. Emerald Drake, and Marion Prime approaches you, and he says, "Ooh, well, this was a mess, but you stuck with it.
Yep.
However, Drake, there's the matter of them." He points up into the sky. And there's a bunch of these dragons flapping there, hovering. He's like, "Yeah, they can't really live here.
Well,
I mean, they could, but like, what happens if they get hungry and barbecue the elementary school, or
that
start eating people out in the countryside?
they survived before that. There may be a fluctuation in some animal populations, but I think other than that,
Well, I'd rather it didn't happen here. What I'm saying is, you're the king of the dragons. I want you to go and find a kingdom for them. So go out, find some place in the world. Oh, Dallas, you think of something?
Would Devotion know of a place they could sort of go to and come from?
So like another dimension kind of place, or somewhere in
She
the
would
world?
know best is what I'm guessing on all that stuff.
Ooh, devotion. Would you like to? I mean,
Like a dimension of dragons.
yeah. There's still all these like dragon these shards from the helm of the broken knight on the ground.
Yeah, there could be a dragon dimension.
All right. So Empyrean
Or
Prime.
like dragons and dragon people are totally normal. And
Yeah.
people that aren't dragons are the freaks.
Ooh, I like it. So he picks up one of these shards and says, "Take this," and you look through it. You can see this. This one is the fantasy world, and there's lots of dragons in there. Is that the place where all the Dungeons and Dragons games that take place that we do on Time Tabletop? Is every Time Tabletop game connected?
Yes. Welcome to St. Elsewhere's Ending.
I know. We're all in a snow globe.
Suckers!
Whoa.
alrighty then. And
So when the dragons aren't needed, they can hang out in there, or they won't be eating our citizens.
yeah, I'm sure though. Hopefully, the citizens of this world won't be too much trouble.
No,
Good idea. I mean, they're used to dragons after all.
Yeah, but
Well, can
As long
anyone
as they
really
don't-
get used to dragons?
as long as the dragons don't get themselves into trouble or try
True.
and take over the world.
You mean as long as they're not wild dragons?
Good one.
So Empyrean Prime points over to all the mirrors, or the shards in the helmet. He's like, well, and as for this, I guess we'll just sweep it up and keep it somewhere safe. You, the janitor, can take care of that. So the janitor, who is a hunched-over, gray-haired old man,
Please tell me it's you.
with the broom comes
Just trying to
over,
get the shards.
sweeps it up, and you see a pigeon alighting on his shoulder. That's right. The game master decided, thanks to your input, that Pigeon Prince and the Magpie Monarch should live. They're alive again.
Yay.
But maybe now, Pigeon Prince has retired from being a pigeon-themed villain and is now just going to be a normal old guy janitor. Love of pigeons. A new happy life for him.
Yay for the Pigeon Prince. Everyone
Yes.
else is still dead.
And with that, yeah, everybody else still dead. And with that, that brings this episode Generation Hero to a close. We're not really going to do the end of session moves because moving on from these characters, they might reappear. But let me kind of know, as the new millennium approaches and it becomes the 2000s and we approach modernity, 2018, what happens to our heroes? So we'll start with Nick.
All right.
What is Emerald Drake's kind of new role in the world as the King of Dragons?
I think he continues to be sort of a voice, not only between humanity and dragons. He obviously finds safer ways for the dragons who are still sort of buried under cities and the like to sort of get them back out into the world and into this new fantasy world, so that they're not cramped in there and underground. Since that would be a little uncomfortable. But at the same time, he sort of becomes a voice between people who have been transformed in some way and humans, to sort of finding ways to sort of make it so that they're not as persecuted and sort of that. And also he sort of goes back into his former job as sort of hero recruiter.
Yeah, okay. That makes
So-
sense. So kind of in both worlds. I like it. Dallas, what about Flux? Does he become Earth's new defender?
Now that he knows his planet's opposition's totally wiped out and defeated, yeah, he knows he doesn't have to go back there to be its defender. They'll be all right.
Nice.
Mom will be fine. She's definitely got some guy that cares and is actually pretty helpful.
I know. Akalindu Prime. And that being pretty good.
So I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna say bon voyage and head back. Leave this one to me,
Cool.
and I'll reach out and get away when I can.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy my time here because it's been a ball so far, and now that I know what's totally possible, lurking under the earth, behind shadows, all that other good stuff. Yeah.
How about devotion?
Devotion focuses her time on trying to start, well, not on trying to start, she successfully starts a new religion that's dedicated to the idea of the multiverse and that containing the destruction of Earth must happen, and that any time the multiverse stops splintering, they must do things to make it re-splinter.
Okay, cool.
It is called 4chan.
Whoa, amazing. And now you know the rest of the story. Mr. Mystical.
He is knighted at a ceremony aboard the sword ship, right in front of everyone, as he rises a second command of Spider.
Whoa. All right, so some very interesting pathways for our heroes.
Yeah.
And
Maybe
I still outrank you, dude.
it kind of does.
And damn.
We got the king.
I am king after all.
I have to just say
Damn.
4chan.
Well, I'm technically well, we're not really a monarchy. I'm technically like a,
You're a
second-
prince at best.
Prince.
Brave Blade's like, well, more like Duke, Viceroy.
I'm a duke.
Yeah. I would say so.
That's it.
Vizier.
That's-
No,
I mean, maybe like CFO if you want to.
you just keep getting downgraded.
Yeah.
You're just some guy.
Some guy,
Just some.
You have a suit. Whatever.
assistant manager.
Assistant to the regional manager.
Yes.
Son of a bitch.
That being said, you did good, Jude.
A good job.
Hey.
All right. Big thank you to all you guys. That is the end of our 1990s arc. And we're going to take a week off. We're going to come back with a kind of a one-shot without Marvin. Very sad, but we'll get...
I'm going to Disneyland.
Whoa! Well, that's definitely
I
worth
think
it.
you'll be okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
That'll be my birthday, so hey.
No, that's great. We'll have some cool guests, and there'll be like a weird look at modern comics and events. Don't miss it. This is the one where everything changes.
Yes.
So we'll have that, and then week afterwards, the 16th is the next one that we're gonna do. We're taking next week off. Then after that, the final arc of Generation Hero, Eternal Heroes, which we're gonna see modern heroes. Maybe check out some more places in the multiverse. But we're gonna be like, what's going on with the world of Generation Heroes in 2018? That's coming up. 5 more episodes of that, and then Generation Hero is done.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, that was a bad
But-
noise, Cat.
but-
We're gonna end with a bang, not with a whimper. I promise. Not with a okay. All right.
Don't
well,
worry. Don't worry if you're a fan. That these people are. We're not vanishing into thin air.
Yeah. Don't worry. More games
creative-
are coming.
The creative ooze will still be coming out.
Absolutely.
6
Just
weeks later,
spurting forth into the air.
it might fester and stink a little, but it'll be there. Yes, thank you so much for everybody tuning in for the finale. And I wanted to make sure I forgot to give a shout out to some of the new followers at the beginning, and I apologize for that. Over the last week and the last couple days and today, we had some new followers. I want to give a shout out to Havoc Blue. Thanks for following. The Real Magical. Thank you very much. Ozcore. I don't know what that, if it's a Aussie reference or what. I don't know,
That
but
could also be a Spider-Man reference.
yep,
Could
it
be.
could be Oz. Yep. Oh, yes. Osborne. I get it. That's pretty dope. And then Shadowcasters Network also followed us 2 days ago. So just want to give a quick shout out to them. Always, thank you so much for just tuning in and chatting with us. We're also streaming on Periscope, which gets us onto the Twitter. So if you're on our Twitter page, we are broadcasting live on there. plus on our YouTube and on Twitch, because I found a way to do it for free. So we're figuring that out, and it is legal. So make sure and check us out on any one of those three. I'm getting some chats from side to side on how the hell did you do that? Well, that's how we did it. We used Restream.io and pumped that stuff out to those three places. They give you 3 places to pump out to. You use it. It's totally cool. It's totally free. So make sure we finally figured it out. It took me 2 years, and I'm figuring stuff out still.
Yeah,
so
I'm still figuring out how to have it be the right title. On
yeah,
the
and
screen.
that's figuring out what button to click and at what time to click it. You can't just click it. You have to click it at a certain sequence.
Yes,
So-
I've been clicking at the wrong sequence.
Maybe Scooter will put a how-to guide out there on how to do this on a duct tape budget. So we might do that soon. But thank you so much for the sponsors and everybody that's been helping us out. Thank you so much for the new sponsor, On the Go Tax Service. Thank you so much for your help and your assistance and making sure that this is running better and that I can actually make it to TwitchCon thanks to that. So we can go out soon, do some networking. Gonna go hang out with some of our friends there, Crit Camp, and some other people down there. Just play some board games and have a good time. So we'll be back in 2 weeks with this show. Make sure, guys, that this come back and see our generation here. We are not done. We have one more final arc to do.
And then a whole new show coming up after that.
Ooh, is that a teaser? What?
Yeah, get ready.
There's another show coming. So thank you so much. Make sure everyone pull up a chair. Make time to tabletop.
Do it!
Have a good one, guys.
Good night.